Dixon.
And I am Arlene Owen.
Welcome to Azar.
Where are we today, Kathy?
We are on the San Fernando Hill. And let me tell you something about the San Fernando Hill. In its original form, this hill had a sugarloaf appearance, and it is the most outstanding landform in the Naparima Plains and was also called Naparima Hill. Now, Naparima is derived from the Amerindian word Ana and Parima, meaning one hill. And it's really a beautiful one hill. Absolutely marvelous.
It's a beautiful sight, and you know the breeze is fresh.
Yes.
And it's not polluted.
Yes, and you can hear the birds chirping.
Yes.
It's peaceful. There's tamarind trees with tamarind bearing.
I wonder if you could pick it.
I am wondering, McGill.
The tamarind sauce.
Yes.
You know? But it's beautiful. It's beautiful.
And from the top of the hill here, you could look and see the
whole city.
Whole city. It's marvelous.
Yes. So come visit San Fernando Hill one of these days. If you live in town like Katy, and you'll come down south, you know.
Yes.
And today we are not having any tea, you'll realize, because we are on the hill.
Yes.
So we have to drink something cold.
Yes.
So it's in the cooler in the vehicle, and after we'll have something.
Yes. Our episode today is, so you want to study abroad?
Yeah.
And we have a wonderful guest today. You want to introduce him, Arlene?
Our guest today is the handsome Marcus Prince, and we love the title too, yeah, Prince. Marcus Prince, welcome to Azar.
Welcome.
Thanks for having me.
And before we go further, please call up a friend, tell them Azar is on. Come and hear about this young man named Marcus Prince. Go call somebody at 6 o'clock and subscribe, comment, share, and like. Marcus?
So what do you want to know about Marcus?
Marcus, tell us a little bit about yourself. What school you went to, what you did in the school. Let us hear.
Well, I'll say my name is Marcus Prince. I'm 27 years of age, and I'm grateful and thankful for receiving the opportunity to study at Berklee College of Music, where I concentrated in music performance with my instrument being steel pan tenor.
Yeah.
So like we say here, you went away and studied?
Yes.
That is so good.
Now, where is Berklee School of Music?
Berklee College of Music is located in Boston, Massachusetts.
Yeah.
Okay, that is so nice.
So you had some adjusting to do because I think it's cold out there?
Yeah, it's really cool.
Oh, okay.
And living here with such a warm climate.
Yeah.
Oh, But Marcus, did you know that you wanted to study abroad? You knew that from small, or when did you decide, yes, this is what I want to do?
Yeah, always, to be honest, it was always a thought to study abroad, but I never gave much thought to it because I was never the straight A student in school. I never was the best, I would say, academically. So because of that, if the thought came, I just
cancel
it because in front of me, it wasn't looking possible to go away.
Wow.
So it's only when God gave me when God blessed me with the opportunity by His grace that I was able to attend UTT. At the end of my diploma there, then after I started to think about studying abroad.
Okay, that is so nice.
There's a nice truth in this.
Yes. And why Pan? Why did you choose Pan?
Well, the reason why I chose Pan is because it's all really because of my god brother, Jason LaRoche. We used to live together when we was kids, and he was really, really, really good at steel pan. It was a true inspiration seeing his process and seeing his development. And at a small age, it just caught my eye that the amount of opportunities that he received from playing steel pan. And from there, I just decided, I was like, hey, Dad, I want to learn to play steel pan. And, parents said yes. And Jason was the one that was responsible to teach me my first song, Twinkle, Twinkle, Little Stars. And after that, he showed me the anthem. And from there, God just did his thing.
Yes, I want to grab onto something here. You shared with your parents what you wanted to do, and the court division.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah.
And ran with you.
Yes.
That is saying a lot.
That is saying a lot, because sometimes as parents we may want our child to do something else, and I really, really want to applaud your parents, Mr. and Mrs. Prince, for supporting Marcus with his dreams.
Yes, really, really.
So, and we also want to applaud, what's his name? Jason?
Yeah, Jason.
Yes, because Jason was able to influence you to do something.
And how old was Jason?
I can't remember the age both of us were at, but I know Jason was either in standard 4 or standard 5, and I was in standard 2 or 1. So we were really, really young.
Yeah. So even from young, we could influence somebody else to do something that might be their lifelong career.
That's good.
Yeah.
That's good. I want to ask you a question. What did you pack when you were going to Berkeley? I'm filled with excitement.
Yeah.
I'm packing suitcases, adrenaline is pumping.
Excitement.
What did you pack? After when you reached there, you realized this wasn't necessary.
Yeah, I packed. So it was actually really funny, because packing for me was, I know my mom was like, when he was packing, she said, Marcus, you don't need this. Marcus, you don't need that. You understand? But just with all the excitement and stuff like that, a lot of the clothes that we would normally wear down here for our temperature, I went across
with that,
vests and tank tops and short pants, and I went across in the hot winter. So when I went across there, I realized that half of these clothes I can't wear. Even inside I couldn't wear because it was so cool inside. So a lot of clothes that we would normally wear in our temperature, I realized I didn't need, and a lot of music stuff, papers, I realized I could have just leave back home. But you're excited, so.
Yeah. You were excited, but were you nervous at any time about anything? Were you feeling like nervous or getting any anxiety attack about leaving your family and friends and going?
To be honest, when I had got accepted from that day, I started to set and prepare myself mentally and emotionally, because I know, okay, I'm leaving next year and I will be away for about 4 years. So from there, everything that I was feeling, I kind of embraced it before I left. That when I went away, I was not really nervous or scared. The nervousness and anxiety really took place when I actually went and started my first day of school, because you're seeing so much of people that is so good and so young, and you look at yourself and it's like, wow, to the point you're asking yourself, what am I doing here? And that where the nervousness come, but God really definitely showed me that I was there for purpose, and He definitely helped me through the whole process and journey.
Yes. What age were you at that time?
I was 20.
Marcus, you went across young.
Yeah.
Yes.
Destiny is 22, and I'm nervous.
And you hear the influence of the trip. I was 20.
Yes. Marcus, she just kidding. She kidding. Okay.
My question. What advice do you have for anyone who wants to study abroad?
Yeah, I would definitely say that preparation is key in all aspects. If you definitely want to study abroad, I will say one of the things that helped me a lot, and one of my mentors, a co-elite, had really encouraged me to do so, is to do research on the school. Even me deciding and talking to my parents about going to Berkeley, it just wasn't an overnight thing. It was something that started very, very early, and the first person I actually went to was a co-elite, and in having constant meetings with him, discussing different things about it, he encouraged me to start doing research on schools.
Yeah.
So I would go online and just go through all the information on the school, from extracurricular activities, to see, okay, do they have Christian programs and all these other things, because you're not just going there to to go to school and learn, but you're going there to live. You
Yeah.
know, and the environment that you are around definitely has an influence on you, whether it changes positively or negatively. So I would say doing research on the school, and also work towards as yourself spiritually as well is good and important to make sure that you're grounded, you know,
Yeah.
and make sure that when you go across there, you're really mindful of it's not just school, but you're also representing Christ as you across there. So in those aspects, emotionally, spiritually, and mentally,
yes, as you said before, you really work it out mentally before you go on. That is really good, you know. And like me as a parent, you know, I want to, if Destiny wants to go on further her studies across there, I want to make sure that Destiny is ready to do it mentally, spiritually, and otherwise, as you said.
Yes.
You know, you want to prepare because you're living on your own. You have to be able to cook something fast sometimes and do these things. So preparation is important. So I really like that point.
Yeah.
Yes, but he also, what about your parents?
Yeah. What
In the same area of what advice you would have for the parents?
It's important to know that it's okay to settle for a grade school that is not so costly.
That is so true. That
Yeah.
is so true.
That
So
is so true.
these are good tips, Marcus, and we want to thank you as parents that we can share with our children, you know,
Yeah.
because they really have what they want and we know our budget.
Yeah.
And while we are really trusting God for a miracle and for a scholarship,
Yeah.
we still have a budget to work with.
Yes, on that note, Marcus, were there any classmates or schoolmates of yours who, you know, started the journey and had to abort it because of finances?
The thing about studying abroad is that it has its pros and its cons. You know, it's great, it's exciting, you're meeting people from all around the world. But the cons and the sad thing about it at times is that those people that you start with, you don't get to finish with them. And I remember starting semester 1, and you build a friendship, you build a relationship with so much of colleagues and friends and stuff like that. And when the second semester starts in September, you're saying, hey, where's this one or where's this one? And it's like, oh, you know, like he couldn't continue schooling because of funds. The school is just so expensive. And that was, I say, sometimes you have to look at the bigger picture and really sometimes be realistic that sometimes those grade schools, you could start it, but could you last and finish, you know,
Because of the cost.
the cost. And sometimes it's good to not put yourself in that debt,
Yeah.
but
To
just
try
know that
other alternatives.
on other alternatives.
You know, I saw, Marcus, a GoFundMe recently for this African student. I mean, they said he was brilliant and he was studying performing arts also.
Yeah.
And it was his last semester and he needed, I think, 70,000. And I say, what? And that's approximate price. So they decided, the other students and some of the lecturers decided, no, he reached too far. And they did a GoFundMe and they showed all that he could do and how talented the young man is. And that GoFundMe is what helped him finish that semester, you know, and actually completed the course.
Yes, and you see how we could almost be at the end, the finish line, and it's aborted that late.
Yes.
Yeah. So it's really something to think through, and not only think through, pray through.
Yes. For the right choice. And you know, we really want to push our children, Kathy, and to get scholarship to help with the finance, help your parents out. So for you to be able to get this scholarship, you have to study now and you have to push hard.
That's right. My question for you, Marcus, how long did it take for you to make friends when you went to school there?
At Berkeley, it did take me long to make friends. Reason being is that the environment is really a friendly environment, and especially for first semesters who now come in and start school, everybody asking, hey, you know, what country you're from, what instrument you play, and stuff like that, you know. So it wasn't really difficult making friends when I just started.
And then you seem to be a friendly person, and you know, he who has friends will show himself friendly.
Yes.
I know we have a culture, that is our culture here in Trinidad.
Yes.
Anywhere we go, we can make friends. So
Yes.
I can really see you making a lot of friends out there. And On the note on making friends, did you stay in touch with your friends here in Trinidad, and how important that was to you?
Yeah, definitely stayed in touch with my friends. One of my closest friends, I'm a mentor, Auntie Cathy. You know, we used to talk a lot while I was while I was across there, and some other friends as well. You know, so that really helped me in a big way. You know, and but there was definitely a season where I wasn't in contact with friends down here because I realized in that season God had deliberately cut the flow of certain friendships because of certain things that he was working on me with while I was abroad. So what was started off like Auntie Cathy and other people all was talking every day, sometimes went to once per week, but it was definitely had a good purpose behind it.
Yeah, because I think, and I'm not sure because I know you study abroad, so tell me, I think it's important that you keep in touch with somebody here and you keep in touch with your family and friends. It will also help you stay grounded, and the people here will know what's happening with you. And in case you are in any trouble or difficulty, you're touching base with home. Yeah. And home is like an encouragement, it's a support base.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Yes, it's true. Think about your young person going away and cutting off all contacts.
Yeah.
And think about getting hooked up in the wrong crowd.
Yes.
You know, I know of a parent right here in Trinidad where they got the news that their child had jumped off a building.
Ooh.
Something was happening with that child. And if that parent only knew, they would have said, come back to Trinidad.
Yes.
Come back and study in a local school.
Yeah.
Because you're away from me and something happening with you out there.
Yes.
So that communication, it is needful.
Can I add something?
Yes.
And as we're talking about like communication and like friendship and stuff like that, it's so important because one of the things that I learned while being abroad is the importance and the power behind community. And I'm thankful to God that I had a community not just across there, but also a community down here that was flowing from when we speaking on social media and WhatsApp, but also flowing when I across there because that's one thing I realized with studying abroad. It's important to find a good, grounded Christian community because other people that I started off with, because of the community that they had, some drop out of school, some turn to drugs, some turn to alcohol because of the community of people that they were around. So I'm thankful to God that he had a community of people around me that kept me intact.
That's
not
right.
just in local, they across there, but
and this community in Trinidad is for accountability too.
Yes.
Because we will check and call Marcus. You went to church this Sunday? No. You went to church this Sunday? No. So how much Sunday you missing church?
Yes, you're making it a habit.
Yeah,
no,
so accountability is good.
But even Uncle Marcelin, I remember it had a time, shout out to Uncle Marcelin. But had a time Uncle Marcelin, he had text me and check up on me and he was like, hey Marcus, just checking to see how you're going and I want to find if you found a church as yet.
Yeah.
You know, so I appreciate him and so many other people that, you know, call me and check up on me and stuff like that.
I know you're speaking the truth because for everyone who migrate to either study or work, my husband's first question is, you found a church as yet?
Yeah.
Because he wanted to get, as you said, in that community where people could be looking out for you and protected for you, and most of all that you stay, you left here praising and knowing God continued across there.
That's right, that's right. My question to you, did you face any discrimination, you know, prejudice, anything like that while you were up there, Marcus?
Yes.
I never faced it, but I know a lot of persons who faced it around me. I think the closest I ever got to it was where I had a time my friends and I was coming back from a gig, and while we were on the highway, police stopped us, and around that time was the time where so much of injustice and discrimination and different things was happening in America. I remember in that moment, you know, all of us was African, like all of us were black, you know, so, and when the police came up to the car, in that moment, I was like, okay, like...
This is it. Like I'm going to make jail in America.
Yeah, that's not in America. Like, you're seeing everything on the news, and now you're actually in it, and you're seeing the police walking up to you. And in my mind, I was like, okay. Well, geez, because I was the driver, I was like, bro, don't say anything all the time, man. Just be respectful. You know, I'm in the back there with my pant like this, and I was like, that was like the closest I ever been. But thank God it was just to let him know the license plate. need fixing.
Yeah. Because else, we might not be interviewing you. The story could have gone another way, so we thank God. Yeah. Yeah. So Marcus, you said along this journey of being abroad and studying and excitement, and you're being successful, you're getting gigs. Did you play with anybody famous, or did you meet anybody famous? Because remember, you went to performing at school.
Yeah, I definitely met some people famous. I'm grateful for receiving the opportunity to meet Jill Scott. At the time we had a gig in Nashville, and while we finished the gig, one of the persons there is Jill Scott mentee, so she invited us to her house, and we just
Jill Scott's house? Okay.
So we went there and just hung with her, and it was really a good vibes, so that in that moment it was really a kind of overwhelming, speechless moment, because I remember I watching Jill Scott on Tyler Perry movies, and I'm actually in her house looking at her, and she giving us fruits, So it was like, so it was really a great experience,
Yes, but she's a believer. But what about any of those pop artists or Beyonce? Any one of them by chance?
Yeah, at a time I had performed with LL Cool J on stage. Yeah. So that was really a great opportunity. Yeah.
Very good.
Is anybody else you met? Even if you didn't perform with them?
I met Esperanza Spalding. She's really a well-renowned.
Wow, because I think she played for President Obama as well.
Yeah, played for President Obama. I met and received the opportunity that he was my teacher, Terrence Blanchard. He scores all of our Spike Lee movies and stuff like that. So I met him, and I met Beyonce's first all-girls band. When they had came to Boston and stuff like that. So it was definitely a great experience being across there, especially in the school, because it's a school where they allow. It doesn't. One thing they always say about the school is that you just never know who's gonna walk through the door.
That's
can
right.
just come in.
Now I asked that question not just to find out from you if you met all those stars, I asked that question because I wanted to show that you met them, but yet they weren't able to influence you to go secular.
Yeah.
And you stood your ground.
Yeah.
Because sometimes we could be starstruck. And imagine a young man from Trinidad, you're going across there and you meet everyone, and that is what all these stars and celebrities, and it happened to young people. And you forget your standard and your goal, and you decide, oh God, I want to be like this one, I want to be like that one. But I am happy that they weren't able to influence you, but you stood your ground.
Yeah, but I want to ask a question there. Were you starstruck for a little while?
Yeah, I was starstruck from the beginning.
Wait. What's on God?
Yes.
The beginning, yeah.
No, I was definitely, just to be transparent and vulnerable, is Azar, we really...
Azar.
Yeah.
Just to be transparent, I was definitely starstruck from the time I landed in Boston, because I had went across there with a mindset, and I went across there with a list that I wanted to do this, and I wanted to achieve this, and I wanted to do this through Pan. And to be honestly speaking, I wanted to be famous. Like, my whole goal and aim was
to be famous,
and sometimes I realize that God will give you what you want, and then after to show you that what you really want is poisonous. And all that really matters, you think is that, but all that really matters is Him. And I went there, and God really let me run my run. I was wanted to perform with this one and do this one, and I was on such an aim and agenda to make it big. And it was interesting too. Like, the whole purpose of me doing all of those things, it wasn't really to show that, hey, look what I got, but it was really to help my parents towards school. And I went with a mindset, it's like, Marcus, I'm going to do whatever I could do to help my parents through this process for me to go to school. And God had to let me know that you're not in control, that don't try to do it by your own strength, but step back, let me provide, and you do what you're supposed to do as a Christian. So it definitely was a moment where I was starstruck, but I thank God for His grace
Amen.
that He
Amen.
pulled me back.
Yes, and they won't, like I said before, able to influence you to just
Go out.
Yeah.
yes, and do what you wanted to do.
Amen.
So, any other obstacle? Like I know sometimes students, you hear about students after a while they couldn't pay for the place to stay, they had to stay by a friend. Some of them sleeping outside the school cold. You experience any of that?
Yeah. To be honest, I was actually homeless when I was across there. Yeah, I actually was homeless for a season. I had no place to live, and I was basically house hopping from house to house. And I'm thankful for community that my friends, I remember it was 2019. 2019 came, the semester started in September. Went into the dorms. My parents, all of it was sacrificing so much trying to get me to start the semester. When the semester started, now something went wrong with the finances. When I say not from our end, it was a Berkeley situation, and a mistake was done, and we realized we actually need to pay a little more money to start. And I moved into the dorm Thursday, and they told me, "Hey Marcus, if you don't get the money by Monday, we have to move out." Monday came, and one of the employees was trying to help me so much. He said, "Marcus, I know she was saying, Marcus, I'm trying so much to help you, but I did the best I can, but you would have to move out." Move out Monday, and I had nowhere to go, and I want to say thank God for one of my friends, Cameron Head.
Yeah, Cameron.
When Cameron Head and Santano, when they saw me and they had anywhere to go, Cam said, "Bro, just come in my room," and for the whole semester I was sleeping.
Sharing with Cameron. Yes.
Yeah.
That is good. A good friend to have.
Yeah.
You made a very good friend across there. And we want to say, Cameron, thank you for keeping Marcus.
Yes, and Antonio too.
Yes, Antonio, yeah.
Yes, it's good to have friends.
And so you and Cameron and all the other people up there, you all are still friends?
Yeah, Cameron, Cam and Mike, my Santanio, and all of us are still so good, close friends. We still keep in contact every day.
All right. I have a question. How did you deal with homesickness?
Homesickness. In those moments when I was homesick, I just called home. Yeah, I would just call home, call my parents, call my family, call my friends.
Yeah.
Or try to go and get some roti, find a roti place to eat something or roti, or some kind of Caribbean related thing. Either go by the grocery, pick up a chubby or some kind of thing to kind of
remind you.
Yeah.
Marcus, I want to go back. My mother. Did your mother bawl and cry in the airport when you was leaving? Because I am thinking I might be on the ground when Destiny leaving.
Now, the funny thing about it is my mom was definitely concerned, as moms, but my mom actually did the crying. My father actually did the crying.
True.
Wow.
Yeah, my father.
But I want to be strong like your mother then.
Yeah, my father actually did the crying, so that was really, because I never saw that side of him, so it was really an eye-opener, yeah.
Oh my.
Wow, that was touching.
Yes, to see that cry for his son. Yes.
Marcus, how was your walk with the Lord in this new land?
In this new land, it definitely has been great. I definitely thankful for everything that I experienced in America, because one thing I realized with God is that nothing is wasted with Him. Everything that He puts you through is something to prepare you for the next step. And I realized that as me being back in Trinidad, I could see from every storm, every situation, every testing, it was definitely preparing me to come back home. And as being back home, I could definitely grateful because by being home, I met the love of my life, Tamara Dixon. Shout out to Tammy.
Shout out to Tammy.
I don't know how that part getting in this interview, but we shout out to Tammy. Shout out to Tammy.
Yeah.
So there was purpose and reason and everything. So probably that's why I didn't study violin. You don't understand the joke, right?
Yes.
Yeah, so definitely, it was definitely purpose of me being back home, and I could see how I'm so active in ministry now, why I'm back home.
Yeah. Well, we thank God that you are back home, You really bless us. You are able to to share your gifting with a lot of churches, a lot of community, and really give back to Trinidad and Tobago. So we want to thank you, Marcus, for coming back home.
Yes, and we also want to thank Marcus for being part of our Azar
Yes.
crew.
Yes.
A very faithful member of our Azar team, really sewing into the work
Yeah.
as we seek to give God glory with
Yes.
all our episodes.
So, Marcus, is there anything you want to tell parents? Like you want to tell me? What you want to tell me? To prepare me fully. Remind me. If it's even something you said before, remind me. Arlene, before you send Destiny. Tell me.
Well, something that I want to encourage, Auntie Arlene and parents towards sending their children abroad is that put God first. And everything is supposed to be like a feeling, and okay, this person send their child to this school, I want to send my child there. This person, how all the children abroad. If you know within your heart and within your spirit that God is leading you and giving you the green light to send your child to that school, go ahead. Because He's saying yes, that means He has the provision waiting for that child for when he goes abroad to help you all towards the school. But in everything, check your motives and your intentions behind it. Because,
What you got to do.
Yeah, because sometimes you move out of feelings, and there's the results later down the road is
Disaster.
because God never graced that
Yes.
child or you all for that sending your child abroad to the school.
I take that advice, and that's a really good
Yes,
advice.
I
I really
receive it
do. I
myself.
receive it. That was prophetic and profound.
Yes. Once you
because-
get the green light from
yes,
God,
yes.
He's going to supply what it
Amen.
takes for that child to
To
complete.
complete.
He's a
Yes.
God like that.
Yes, amen.
Yes.
So, Marcus, this was really, really an interesting conversation.
Yes.
And we really want parents to listen. We
Yes.
want young people listen. It's not easy when you got a scholarship or you decide you want to go abroad. It is not happy fun because you're going to leave your parents home and nobody will tell you when to get up, what to do. You're your own person. No, it's not
Yes.
about that. It's about fulfilling purpose, and there's a lot of responsibility
Yes.
when you have to go abroad.
Yes, that's a lot of responsibility. Yes, but before we go this evening, we would like to showcase Marcus.
Yes.
On the pan, so you could see what he learned at Berkeley.
Yes.
Yes, and how he is being such a blessing to God's kingdom and to our nation.
And if you're interested in having Marcus at your church or anywhere, just contact us at Azar.
Yes, that's good. Right?
So, call up a friend. Anybody you know want to go away to study, and let them know that Marcus Prince is on and he has some great advice for you. God bless you all.
God bless you. Bye.
Bye.